Hey guys, got another one of my homemade guns for my collection here. This one probably looks weird to you guys, but if you're a fan of the movie In the Line of Fire, you might recognize it. Now, this is a double barrel, double trigger, um, 22 long rifle pistol. Um, it's inspired by the movie In the Line of Fire. It's got Eastwood and John Malkovich in it. Really good movie, probably about 1993. But yeah, if you've seen the movie, you probably recognize it instantly. But if not, later on, after I shoot it, things like that, I will show you some screen captures and I can show you what inspired it. But in the movie, it's made of composite. There's several prop guns. It's a Hollywood gun. It obviously didn't exist in the movie. But the inspiration I took from all the pictures I could find online of it. All steel on the top, aluminum on the bottom. The lower part. It weighs about 2 pounds 11 ounces. So it's a brick. Like I said, it's 20 long rifle. I actually put in a rifled barrel sleeves in the barrel, so it is rifled, and it is rifled, and it needs to be to avoid any NFA violations. So, like I said, there's a barrel liner in there. It's a 22 long rifle. But let me show you kind of how it works. To load it, you unscrew this long lead screw. Again, this is all inspired by the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, stick around to the end. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you get that screw out, and then it's keyed in here. Let me put it in half cock, and then you can key over the barrel. And there's no ejectors, there's no extractors, again, per the movie. And you would load up some fresh rounds. I'll re-key it over in here. Put the lead screw back in here, tighten it down. And once, of course, obviously, once you had a live round in there, of course, these were dummy rounds. It's already on these half cock position, and it's like a double action style trigger, and it goes off. So, like I said, in the movie, this was like a center fire. I want to make it a 22 just because it's simpler and the math's better. And I'll go over differences between obviously the prop pistols and this inspired one. Let you get a good look at it there. But again, no sights. Again, per the movie, no sighting on it. But I took it to the range and put a few rounds through it. Let me show you what that's like. No, it's a neat little pistol. You don't see double barrel pistols. It reminds me a little bit of the old Howdah pistols you used to see, for hunting from the back of an elephant in India. Of course, those were always magnums. So I guess this would be a mini Howdah pistol. So in the movie, I can cut to some good screen captures here of John Malkovich's character Mitch Leary pointing the gun. There's several good images in the movie of him, assembling the gun and working the action. Um, and again, it was all composite, or supposed to be composite, in the movie. And of course, this one's all steel. Of course, composite that wouldn't have worked anyways. You can see, it had that same threaded rod that this one has. It runs down the middle, and that is structural for this gun. It keeps everything from moving laterally. Um, let you get a look at the breech face real quick. But the breech face on mine looks substantially different. If you look at the screen capture, there is no breech face in it. So that's a bad design to start with. And also in the movie, the John Malkovich or Mitch Leary pistol, had a hinge right here, and I just didn't trust that enough, so I ended up doing these kind of keyed in. this keyway slot instead of a any sort of hinge like he had. But no, it's a really neat movie. Like I said, he had it where it would disassemble and he fit in a tuxedo. The caliber of his was probably like 38 short, 38 Smith and Wesson short. I couldn't tell for sure. Obviously not 22, but again, I want to make it 22 because it was I could find barrel liners for a 22 was one of the easier things, and it's just lower pressure, lower stresses. But his did dovetail, like this aluminum part does dovetail in to this upper piece of steel, and I'll fill strip it here in a minute and let you see that. And also, there was only one pinhole in the props, the Hollywood props I saw. There was actually at least three different props used in the movie. In this right here, you can see like his workshop he had, and if you look in the corner of this shot, you can see there was an aluminum prop. I guess this was him building a prototype or whatever. But there were several props used in the movie. One of them fired blanks, and the rest of them I think were just close up props. But I'll show you how to field strip this thing. Of course, these are just empty 22 cartridges. You don't want to dry fire on an empty chamber with a 22. Of course, that's just one big chunk again with the liner in there. The next step, of course, the Mitch Leary pistol did not have any screws, and I have two screws here. But let me take those out, and you can take this whole bolt face off. Okay, now those screws are out. This is just a bolt face here that the firing pins can go through, and you need a good solid back surface. And like I showed earlier, the Hollywood pistol did not. It was just open like this, and of course, if you did that in real life, bad things would happen. I think the back of the shell would probably blow through those holes. The next step is these are actually threaded in right here, so you can unscrew those, and then the two strikers will come out the front and the springs. So let me do that. So here are those two strikers. Again, you can see how that easily works, and the little I don't know what you call it, hammer spurs, striker spurs on top. Again, you have to bring it back to like half cock to get the keyway clear or the firing pins protrude through, and then it's double action after that. And the final step would be there's a little set screw down there, and you can take this whole handle mechanism off. Let me do that real quick. So here's that aluminum, I guess trigger or grip one. I did have to round the corners a lot on this because in the movie it's a very square design, very very 90 degrees everywhere, and it was just hurting my hand. So I had to at least round a few of the corners off. Of course, that was the Hollywood one, and this one actually does work. But those are the main three components that you saw in the movie, and of course, this is a part I felt I needed to add. I forgot to mention the barrel. It's about 2 3/4 inches long. It does breathe a little bit of fire. But so first step would be to put reattach the grip to I don't know what you call that, the receiver maybe. I don't know what you call that part. But anyways, this dovetails in right here. Put that back in. Set that set screw. Now if that's back together, reinsert your strikers and your little striker pins here. Okay, with that back together, I have to reattach this. I guess you call it the breech face. Again, it goes on here, and there's those two screws down here. Hey guys, if you've gotten this far in this video and you're not a subscriber, I do have some books on some other builds, not this obviously. They're available on Amazon. If you're interested in this stuff, it's really this kind of thing really interests you. Check out my channel. There's a whole playlist just for books, and maybe something catch your eye in there. But okay, but no, that's really all the assembly and all the field stripping you'd ever need to do. Of course, you can. These are just little fired cases. Put them back in there. In the movie, it makes like a ratchet sound when he turns this, but I think that's all out of Foley stage. I really couldn't figure out what would make that sound, but yeah, that's how all that works. But yeah, it's been real fun. I really enjoyed that movie. I was a teenager when that movie came out, and it's just a neat movie. John Malkovich plays a really creepy character. If you've never seen the movie, it's worth a view. It's a good Eastwood movie too. But yeah, there's my Mitch Leary, John Malkovich In the Line of Fire inspired pistol, or a little mini Howdah pistol. But anyways, guys, like I said, there it is. It's been a fun one. But hey, appreciate it. Be safe. God bless. Thanks, guys.